Lost something, no. The cost of opportunities is always good to know. But if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big. Chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool.
All right, what's up, everybody? Kevin Van Voris here. It's Sunday, April 23rd. It's about 2:30 p.m. I'm going to head out to go do some kicking and punting training at West Texas A&M, which is in Canyon, Texas. It's about a 15-minute drive. So I figured I would do a different video for you guys today. A little bit of Monday motivation for you, which is tomorrow, which it'll be posted late tonight. So get your Monday started right. But first, before we get the video started, let's do a cold start, and then let's go head out and do some training. So we're in my car and we're about to take off. So today, again, this is a little different video. I'll be posting this tonight, Sunday night, so that way hopefully this will help get your week started. I know for me, I like watching motivational shit or stuff that people have been through, because what I always tell people is, if you think something is hard, it's always harder. Somebody else has it much worse than you ever could think. So today, what I wanted to do was explain the picture that I put up on my Snapchat, which is this one. So if you're following me on Snapchat, if you're not, make sure you follow me at CaliBoyKev13. Is my Snapchat. So I posted that picture, and I actually had I didn't post it. I never post shit to like get likes or get people to email me or DM me back or anything like that. Like, I post it for myself. I'm not like one of these other dudes, these other people who like just post shit just for likes. I could care less. I really could. I do it for myself, or I do it for somebody who out there might get it or need it. So anyways, I wanted to explain that picture, because some people might not get it. Some people might just be like, what? Is it like a song? No, that picture is like, that's real life. Roughly because I'm 29. So about 7 years ago, I hit like a little longer than 7 years, because it was before I turned 22. So, anyways, it was right before I turned 22. Anyways, I was at the lowest low of my life. And no, I wasn't a drug addict or doing drugs, and I wasn't an alcoholic or doing any of that, like doing that type of stuff or selling drugs or something like that. So before we get into that, that's not what I was doing. This is like some real life shit. And hopefully this video gets to somebody who needs it, or who needs to see it, or who is going through something similar, or who feels like they're underwater, can't breathe type of thing. There's hope, trust me. If you would have told me 7 years ago that I would be in the position that I am now, where I own my own clothing company, or my own clothing brand, Contagion Athletics, I own my own gym, Van Voris Performance, I own my own personal training business, I have a Hellcat, and I've got a Jeep, and I've got a Ram, and I've got, the love of my life that I live with, and life is just amazing right now. If you would have told me that 7 years ago, I'd have told you to go fuck yourself, you're on drugs. From the age of like, I would even say 18, I guess. From like 18 to right before I turned 22, I was just in a real weird funk, and I kind of lost who I was. I was always the guy in the group who was always like, yeah, we're going to do this, and like really motivational, and like, I'm going to play professional soccer, and I'm going to play professional football, and I'm going to go to college, and blah, blah, blah. I was always that type of person. I was always that guy, like, or I'd always come up with these crazy ideas to make money, like, always been like a hustler, entrepreneur, always been like the guy who's like, impossible, fuck that, no such thing. That was my personality. But for some reason, around the time that I was about ready to graduate from high school till, again, right before I turned 22, had to move back in with my mom. Real weird place in my life. So I'm not going to go too into depth into this part of the story, but I played college soccer, dropped out my freshman year, which if you're in college and you drop out, it's okay. There's a pretty big percentage of people who drop out their freshman year. But I don't know. I just didn't. College is weird. Didn't feel it. Didn't really want to do it. So dropped out. I was gonna go to Colorado State, Pueblo, play soccer. Got an offer. Turned it down. Just didn't. Fucking stupid. Just didn't feel like. I don't know. Again, I can't really explain the way I felt. So. Worked at a power washing thing, living paycheck to paycheck, living in my mom's house, had a girlfriend. Ended up, my 21st birthday, ended up getting kicked out of my mom's house. My girlfriend was kind of living with me. So basically my mom's like, either she can leave or you guys can leave. So obviously kind of got kicked out. So my aunt, Kim and Kelly, ended up saying, hey, if you want to come live with us. They lived in Denver. My mom lived just right outside of Denver. So 45 minutes. It'd be close to my job. Cool. No big deal. Ended up getting kicked out of my aunt's house. And so as soon as that happened, me and my girlfriend, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do. And this is just like this snowball effect of like continually just fucking up. And like, for those of you who, like, during this time, my bank account was always negative. I couldn't save money to save my fucking life. I hate fucking, anyways, always bad with my money, couldn't fucking save anything. It's like, everything went to just food. I was gaining weight. I didn't work out at this time either. So, just basically working a regular job. Kind of living paycheck to paycheck. Got kicked out of my mom's. A few months later, get kicked out of my aunt's. I was playing semi-professional football. That was fun. I got to play with my brother. Or no, did we play against each other? No, we played against each other. Or did we play with each other? I can't remember. And I remember saying, I remember my mom came to, because I didn't tell anybody what I was about to do. Me and my girlfriend decided, you know what, we're gonna move to California. I had our last semi-pro game, I think it was our last semi-pro game, and I remember telling my mom, I love you, I don't know when I'm gonna see you. And that night, literally, got the rest of my shit from my aunt's house, drove to California. In my mind, I was like, I need to get out of Colorado. It's just this bad snowball effect of just fucking up. I need to just start over. So, my mom at the time was like, I don't know what you're doing. You're an idiot. But at the time, I was like, fuck you. I'm doing my own thing. Like, I'm trying to fix it. So, whatever. So, I'm dating this girl, which we've been dating for a little while. For a while. So, we go. I end up being able to get an apartment with my buddy Julian, who's not my friend anymore. So, at the time, he was. We ended up fighting with him. We ended up breaking the lease. We just fucking left. So, again, this is part of the snowball effect. I enrolled in Long Beach Community College, which, shout out to anybody who's going to Long Beach Community College or have been there, went to school there. I went there because I was like, cool, I'm gonna play football at Long Beach Community College. I'm gonna fucking get my grades together so I can go to an actual university. Ended up not being able to play college football at Long Beach Community College. I could practice with the team, but I couldn't actually play because my grades were so fucking bad from when I dropped out of school. From when I dropped out of school from my previous college that I couldn't play till I got my grades up to a 2.0. I mean, we're talking I failed like every fucking class when I went and played college soccer because I didn't have anybody wake me up, really didn't have any motivation. I was just like, I'll just play college soccer. This is cool. I don't need to worry about going to class. Don't be that guy. Trust me, I've been there. So, again, we're just kind of snowballing here. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to find a job to, because if I would have played football, they would have given me a scholarship, but now that I can't play, can't get a scholarship, so whatever. So I need to find money to pay for school, pay for rent, pay for food, blah, blah, blah. Can't find a job to save my life. Finally, after I've emailed probably like 300 places, I would say, I get an interview and I'm like, cool. I don't even remember what the interview is for. So I meet up with this guy in Newport Beach. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe it's like something actually really awesome. Now, what I'm about to tell you, maybe like 10 people know. There's not very many people who know what I used to do when I lived in California. I was getting paid $8 an hour, and I was a fucking janitor. Now, for those of you who don't know what a janitor does, he cleans up people's trash and cleans up piss around toilets and cleans toilets and does all that stuff. So that's what I did for $8 an hour. And you might be thinking, well, I mean, that's bad, but that's not too bad. Well, I couldn't make enough money to save my life. I didn't even have my own car. I had to borrow a car to go to work. And we lived in Long Beach, obviously. And I had to go to Irvine and Newport Beach, which was about a 40-minute drive, roughly. So I had to find a car. I didn't have a vehicle because my girlfriend had a car, but she had to use it for her work. Anyways, so with spending on gas, I really didn't. I was making maybe like, I don't know, $4 an hour, because at that time gas was really expensive in California. It was like, I think it was like $4 a gallon, something stupid, just something ridiculous. So my money, a lot of my money was going to gas, and I'd have to drive to these different places in Irvine and Newport Beach. So, anyways, I'm not making enough money. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I gotta get a second job or something. And what I did, and I'm not very proud of this, and it's really fucking embarrassing, actually. What I did is, I'd have to go to each office, right, and take out the trash and clean up their desk, whatever. Is I would have a trash bag for trash, and I would have a trash bag for cans and bottles. So I was basically like a glorified bum. I would take the cans and the bottles, and the end of every week, I would go turn them in, and I would get money. And my Volvo that I borrowed smelled like just nasty shit because of all the cans and stuff. And it's not like I was making a ton of money off the cans, but like an extra $40 or something. But that's kind of how I survived, is by turning in those cans, because with rent and groceries, I was with rent and gas and trying to pay for school, I was barely making enough money. And like, a lot of people don't know this. Like, I don't even think my mom or my brother or Rachel knows this, but like, I would sit in my car after work, because like these places were where lawyers worked, and judges, and people who had their own business. And there was actually a company, what was it? It was a huge skateboarding clothing company. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, it's Fox. There was a Fox. I used to go and clean Fox building, and there was like a race car place that I went to, and like all these people are doing awesome things. They've got degrees, and they're businesses, and they're making money, and I'm over here making fucking $8 an hour before taxes, collecting cans just so I can fucking eat every day. So, to make it even worse, my girlfriend ends up cheating on me, with some guy who owns like a Range Rover and Mercedes-Benz, which I kind of look back and I'm like, well, I don't really blame you. I was just a fucking loser who was continually getting fat, going to community college, being a janitor with hopes of playing college football, which were, at that point, you'd look at me and you'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. That shit's never going to happen. At the same time, my brother is in college as a freshman, killing it, absolutely murdering it. He was going to be a redshirt freshman and ended up getting the starting spot and was the best kicker in the fucking nation his freshman year, and he only played like 7 games out of 12. Something ridiculous. And I'm over here collecting cans trying to survive, and I'm the older brother. I'm supposed to set the example, and it's like we flipped positions. Like, I'm not going to tell my brother, hey man, like, I'm over here collecting cans, how's life? Like, no, what? It was just so fucking embarrassing. Like, luckily, I have really supportive friends who, they're like my brothers, that they wouldn't judge me. Because, like, I remember telling Brandon, like, because I think he asked me something, and I was like, yeah, I gotta collect cans, dude. Like, I've been starting to collect cans at my job, and I think he looked at me like, for what? And my buddy Brandon was, all my buddies were going to Cal State Long Beach, and they had all these aspirations, and my buddy Brandon was making really good money. I mean, he still was making really good, but he was making really good money at our age, and I'm like, being able to go to, like, all these things, and I'm working at night as a fucking janitor, sitting in my car after work, basically contemplating, like, why don't I just fucking kill myself, because there's literally no point to me being alive. I'm not supposed to be on this planet collecting fucking cans, and cleaning up people's piss and shit. That's not what my mom raised me to be. I'm not supposed to be this fucking loser. And I would sit there and I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? And then when my girlfriend broke up with me, it's just, it's like everything went to shit. I'm surprised I didn't do drugs or I wasn't an alcoholic, because I might as well have been. So when she broke up with me, I wasn't eating. I remember calling my brother, like, probably, I think I was crying, probably, I don't know, maybe not, but I don't know what to do. And he's like, and then my mom's like, you should just come back and move in with me. And it sucked, because the reason I didn't want to do that is because I was trying to prove a point that I could do it, and I fucking failed. I failed. So there's 2 big points that really turned around my life. Is my brother, I remember, picked me up when we drove back to Colorado, and we talked, you know, it's like a 15-hour drive, and part of the drive we almost died, but I remember, you know, we talked, and just talking to him and just hearing him, how successful he was being a fucking freshman in college, that really helped me get on track. Like, you know, it's funny, because I never tell him this, but he motivates me. From that point on, he's been motivating me, because I'm supposed to set the example. And that's why now I'm who I'm supposed to be, who I was before. I'm the motivational one. I'm the one who's like, I'm going to go to the NFL, even though I've been out of school 3 years. I don't care what the fuck it takes. I'm going to get my opportunity, you know? Because again, if you would have asked me 7 years ago if you would have told me I'd be in the position I am now, I'd be like, dude, no, you're on crack. So that turning point, and then also meeting Rachel, and that really turned me around too. Those 2 points really turned around my life. And because I remember talking to my brother, and I was like, I want to play college football. So what I did is I took online classes, and I got A's and B's so I could get my grade point average up. And then what I did is I sent out kicking tapes to a bunch of Division II universities, because my Division I, since I already played a college sport, my clock only had a year left, and there's no one who's going to just play you for a year. It wouldn't make any sense. So I emailed a bunch of schools, and ended up, West Texas A&M ended up offering me a walk-on scholarship opportunity, so I walked on, and played all 4 years and was an All-American, have records and stuff like that. And, now I own my own clothing company, which, me and my brother and Rachel started. And the name of it is Contagion Athletics. And the reason it's Contagion is because I'm a big believer in whoever you hang out with is what you'll become. If you hang around a bunch of fuck-ups, you're going to be a fuck-up. If you hang around a bunch of people who are motivational and inspiring and go-getters and hustlers, you're going to be a go-getter and a hustler. You're going to be more successful. And our saying for our clothing company is on the constant pursuit of our dreams. And that's what I am. And ever since I've got my shit together, that's what I've been continuing on. It's just I want to accomplish so much, and I have one thing that I need to accomplish left, and that's get my opportunity in the NFL. But the point of this video is to tell people, no matter what situation you're in, no matter how low you think you are at, or how broke you think you are, you can change and mold your life however you want to do. Because I've been there. Maybe I haven't been in the worst situation, but I've been in a pretty shitty situation where, not saying I wanted to kill myself, but thinking about it, it wouldn't have, me being a janitor, what the fuck is the point of my life? I'm supposed to clean up other people's shit that as a living? No, that's not what I was supposed to do. That's not what I was put on this planet to do. So when I meet people and I tell people you can do whatever you want as long as you grind and bust your ass, it's true. I promise you it's true. Every time I wake up in the morning, go to my fucking garage, and I see a fucking Hellcat sitting there, I smile every time, because I didn't even have a car 7 years ago. I drove a fucking Volvo 1984 station wagon that you had to crank and give it gas just for it to turn on. Luckily, it never broke down. But I didn't even have a car. My bank account didn't have any money in it. I was collecting cans just trying to fucking survive. So I'm not going to sit here and yell at you and be like, yeah, you got to be motivation. Just what I'm trying to do is just be real with you guys. You can do whatever you want. I promise you can do whatever you want. I have a buddy who plays in the NFL right now. He's a wide receiver for the Cardinals. His name is Britton Golden. And when he graduated, he got a shot with the Chicago Bears. They ended up cutting him. Anyways, he was working at a fucking car wash in Amarillo. And he would go, because he was a year older than me in school, and he would go to weights in the morning before our football weights, and he'd work out. He'd do sprint work. He'd do all this stuff. And it paid off. Now he's fucking playing for the Arizona Cardinals. This will be his 4th year with them. And he was at a fucking car wash, 3 or 4 years ago, washing cars. So don't tell me nothing is, oh, you can't do that. You can do whatever you want. I promise you can do whatever you want. I promise you. So if you're sitting there and you're like, fuck the world, I'm just so pissed off. No. You need to get up off your ass and do something. There's you have 2 decisions in your life. You can either sit on the ground like a little bitch and let life just kick you down every fucking step, or you can get up, put the middle finger up, and say, fuck you, I'm taking this bitch over. And I wake up every morning sticking my middle finger up in the air because I'm going to take over my life. I'm not going to let fucking anybody tell me what to do. I've been in that position. I'm never going to be in that position ever again. Fuck that. If you want to play in the NFL, you can play in the NFL. If you want to be an astronaut, be an astronaut. It's not going to be fucking easy. Because, again, this sounds corny, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. There are plenty of people who've been out of school for 3 years who've already given up on their dreams of playing in the NFL. I'm not giving up on my fucking dream. I'm tired of fucking seeing people who just go and live normal lives. Fuck that. No. You aren't put here to be normal. Fuck that. The problem is everybody just settles. Fuck settling. Fuck that. I promise you, you can do whatever you want. You can drive whatever car you want. You can make as much money as whatever you want. But you have to work your fucking ass off. It's not going to be easy. Life's going to try to kick you down every time you think you're making ground. But I promise you, if you say, fuck you, I'm running this bitch, you'll never look back. Because again, if you would have told me 7 years ago that I'd be in the position that I am today, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. And that's why I put that picture up on my Snapchat. Just to remind, it's just a reminder to myself. And all I was doing, I was listening to like a Big Sean song, and one of his lyrics just really resonated in my mind, and I was like, man, I don't even know what I did. I just took a picture and I was like, fuck this. 7 years ago, I was broke as fuck. So, it's crazy. It's crazy what you can, whatever you think, man, you can make happen. Life is crazy. And, it's funny because Brandon, one of my best friends, he's like, dude, one of these days I'm going to write a book about you. And I'm like, dude, you should. You could do like a kind of a different person view of kind of what went down. Because before this video, not very many people knew that I was a janitor and I used to collect cans just to survive my life in California every day, and how much of a fuck up I was. Because I'm sure people watch my videos who were like, oh man, this guy's been given everything. I bet he's got rich parents. No, I didn't have shit. My mom raised me and my brother by herself. She was a single parent. We didn't have shit. Nothing. And that's why really, like, I don't do this for anybody else but myself, Rachel, and just to set an example for my brother. I mean, that's really who I do this for. I don't do this for anybody else. I'm not trying to get views or anything. Like, if one person watches this and this affects their life, that's all I want. I could give a shit if this gets 1 million views or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, if one person can take this video and make something out of it, that's all I want. Because if 7 years ago there was a video, YouTube was much different, but if I would have watched a video of some guy who was in kind of a similar position, I might have actually been okay. Because back then I wasn't. I was not okay. And life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. You just never know what's gonna happen. And but for real, don't let anybody dictate your life. You can do whatever you want. You might be in a low place in your life, but I promise you, if you get your shit together and work hard and grind, you can do whatever you want. I promise you. Because I've been there. I don't like to talk about it because it's fucking embarrassing, but I've been there. And that's only a small portion. Like, I don't want to tell my whole story, but that's just a small little portion. And I don't regret going through that because it makes me who I am today. But that's why I tell people you can do whatever you want. And people, sometimes they believe me and some people don't get it. But that's why. Because I was in a position years ago that I wish nobody, I never wish anybody to go through that shit. Never. That shit is not cool. It is not cool cleaning up toilets. It is not cool picking up cans and sorting through trash just to turn them in so you can go buy some groceries. It is not fucking cool. Trust me. And I would never wish that on anybody. And like the funny thing is like some people might think that I'm successful. This is nothing. This is me just getting started. I'm just barely like getting my grounding. Talk to me in 5 years, maybe. But I've got a lot of goals and a lot of aspirations that I'm going to continue to hit, and I'm still going to try and go to the NFL. Because again, I know that anything is possible. Anything. Whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want. as corny as it sounds, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So hopefully this video, again, helps somebody out. Maybe, you know, this will help kickstart your week. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate everybody who supports the channel, who supports my clothing company. I don't push it on anybody. I never want to push it on anybody, but I just want to say I support everybody who orders and stuff like that. I want to say thank you to everybody who, you know, sends me DMs or Snapchats or whatever. It's nice talking to you guys. And if you ever have questions, man, seriously, go ahead and ask. It's not going to bother me. It's not. So, I'm going to go get my ass in that field. I'm going to go start practicing some kickoffs and some field goals. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching today's video. My name is Kevin Van Voris. Make sure you guys are following me on Snapchat and on Instagram at CaliBoyKev. Go chase those dreams, man. Go chase those fucking dreams. My name is Kevin Van Voris, and I'm out.